Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff Eskow. Of course, I'm the bald-headed guy there on the right, and my partner Deryck Jones is going to be jumping on in right now to give you guys a beautiful to teach you guys something about something that we have put together, Deryck and I. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Just not one thing, but two things. He'll tell you all about it. My partner, Deryck Jones.
And good morning or good evening, wherever you are at. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on mytrainingcenters.com. Look forward to chatting with you this morning. I promise you two things. So a couple of house rules real quick, if you don't mind. Make sure you turn off all distractions. No cell phones, no TVs. Well, if you're on Facebook watching us, you can keep that going. But please, if you can just give us your undivided attention for the next 45 minutes or so. What I promise to do is to be very direct and present to you exactly what we have. No messing around. We'll get right to it. And at the end of it, if you like what you see, we hope that you will join up with us. And if not, well, hopefully we'll cross paths somewhere else down the road of life here, and we'll get going. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So what we want to do today is to talk about the comprehensive training that we're going to be offering through mytrainingcenters.com, balanced with the coaching and face-to-face monthly sessions that we're going to be having. And what we really want to do is to focus in on how to leverage everything this program has to offer, from the training within the system, the training that we're going to offer live, the coaching that you're going to receive through the private Facebook group that we've created. And really our target is the group collaboration within that Facebook group, because that's where you're going to really see, I think, some of the magic in terms of when business owners with common purpose and like-minded approaches to things, when they get together and they start working and collaborating, well, some real magic can happen. And that's what we're looking for. Our goals, well, quite frankly, my number one goal is to help as many people as I possibly can. I've been doing, both entrepreneurial work and corporate work for over 30 years. And I really am looking to pay back to the community. As a matter of fact, when I started in this business, last May, I came in with the sole purpose of creating a company that I could use to help people that maybe have gone through a few of the similar things that I've gone through. People that were either just getting started, people that were struggling with their businesses and not sure what they needed to do to get it on track and to get it going right. And so I started Leatherneck Tech with that purpose, and you're going to learn more about that. We're going to offer an incredible value. I mean, I can't, every time I look at it, I scratch my head and can't believe I'm doing this. And quite frankly, I'm looking to become the number one spot where people are going to navigate to on the web if they're just getting started with a home-based business, if they're interested in e-com, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, all those things around this market space we're in. Or if they're just struggling in some way and they heard about us through the web or from a friend and they need help, I want them to come to us. I realize this is a fairly lofty understatement of the world, big, bold, brassy goal, but that's what we're looking to do. So a couple of things. If you stay until the end, and I promise I'm going to be direct and I'm going to be right to the point, but if you stay to the end, I've got something really special for everybody on the call. I found out about this on Sunday. It's really cool, and I hope you take advantage of it. So with that, and you're being rid of all your distractions, let's get moving. So what makes this different? Well, I think what makes this different, there's really, in my mind, a couple of things. One is the fact that my partner and I come from two very different worlds. Jeff basically was, born up and grown up in the entrepreneurial world and has never left it. For me, I have gone back and forth. I started as an entrepreneur. I went into corporate America, spent 15 years, rose very quickly in corporate America, did very well, and then another 15 years after that as an entrepreneur. We approach things very differently, but I think that's what makes us really tick and what makes us really work. The other thing is we're going to provide a unique mix of video training, hands-on training, coaching, and group collaboration. And when you hear about how we're doing this, I think you'll have to agree, this is different. This is not what you typically see. So let's talk about what you're going to get. Unlimited access, face-to-face training, coaching through Facebook Live, and group collaboration that we're going to be coaching and nurturing and helping through our private Facebook group. So let's talk about the unlimited access. So our unlimited access, this is what that means. Right now we have over 30 comprehensive training programs covering just about everything. Now I will agree, these are canned training programs. We tried to pick the best ones we could find. We put them in the system, but we're doing something really special and again, something really unusual. Because as we work with our members, we're going to be finding out exactly where you are struggling. And then you're going to learn a little bit more about just what we're going to do about that. We're going to be increasing the number of programs in there. We're targeting to increase by 4 a month. It may be a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. It's going to be dependent on our interaction with you, our community. You're going to have the opportunity to request specific training. That is, where you are struggling, that is where we're going to be developing our training. We're going to be focusing in on the things that you are struggling with, and we're going to be developing training specifically around that. If we can find it, we find a high quality program that we can purchase economically to deliver value, certainly we'll do that. But if not, then we're going to custom build the training that addresses the exact struggles that you're having. That's pretty cool. Now, right out of the gate, it covers affiliate marketing, social media marketing, list building, email marketing, video marketing, how to develop in WordPress, Shopify, Facebook advertising. When you get in there and you see what we're talking about, there's a lot of stuff in there right now. And from what I'm hearing back from the community that's already in there, we did a pretty good job picking the training programs that are in there. So let's take a quick peek. A snapshot of my training centers. Let's actually get a look inside. So, oops, sorry about that. Let's see if we can get that going again. Here, we're going to navigate to mytrainingcenters.com. Now, we did this specific reason. Mytrainingcenters.com is a WordPress site. The technology that we use for delivering all of the training is on a platform called Everlessing, which is a membership platform. So we've integrated the two. Initially, you're not going to see, well, you're not going to realize that you're seeing the integration of the two. We're using WordPress to actually serve up things like the sales page and the affiliate sign-up page and so on. But in the future, you will see some of the reasons why these two are integrated together. But we use this as the jump-off spot to jump right into My Training Centers. The first time you do it, you'll actually come to a login page. I've already logged in, so it's taking me directly into My Training Centers. Now, because the training or the access that you have is unlimited, when you log in, you immediately have access to all the training programs, and as you can see, there's quite a few. What we're in the process of doing is we're adding on average about 4 training programs per month. But we're doing this a little bit differently, and we're not just taking canned applications and throwing them in here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be interacting with you guys on a regular basis, both through a face-to-face training session per month. And even that's going to be different because it's not going to be your typical webinar where we're speaking at you and you're responding through the chat. No, we're actually going to have live video conferencing so that we can interact directly with the members that are being trained. That'll happen once a month. In addition to that, we're going to have ongoing coaching that's going to be happening through the private Facebook group. And so it's important that you get engaged, that you get involved. The success of this program is really going to be on your shoulders because the more engaged, the more involved you are, the better the program is going to be. So getting to the training, what will happen is as we're working with you, if there's training in a very specific area that the group is seeking, then we'll either find that training program or we'll build that training program and we'll add it into the system so that you can get tailored training specifically to what your needs are as a business owner. So that being said, the first thing that we want you to do when you come in is to click on this news ticker at the top. What it's going to do is it's going to jump you over to our private Facebook group. If it says My Training Center's Coaching at the top, you're in the right place. If it says My Training Center's About, you're in kind of our ad center that we're using to help recruit people into the program. It's through My Training Center's Coaching that we will be engaging with you on pretty much a daily basis. It'll be where you can actually provide feedback to us and where we can interact together as a group and hopefully support each other as a group and help each other build our respective businesses. That's the goal. So coming back into My Training Centers, what you'll see when you enter these is, and you can see we have everything from social media income, video marketing, Facebook advertising, affiliate marketing, lead generation, list management, sales funnels, the whole works. It's all in here. What will happen is when you log into one of these, so let's say, for example, we select the social media income program. When you click into it, it'll load it up, and when you get inside, what you'll see is all the video training programs that are available to you. And so what you'll do is you'll actually work through every single one of these. Now on the side, there's some programs that we use, that we like, and so we're putting them up here. If you're interested in them, obviously you can purchase one of these. If you're not, that's fine. We're not putting anything up here that we don't use ourselves or that we don't really like. I mean, for example, a lot of the stuff that we've done, we've actually built using Convertry. A lot of the video work we did was using VideoPal. So we don't put things in here that we don't like and that we don't use. So with that said, when you come in here, you'll be served up the programs, and what will happen is you'll kick off. Now all these are being served up off of Amazon S3, so it's pretty fast, pretty secure, I think you'll like it. Of course, we are definitely looking for your feedback. If there are programs that are not quite hitting the mark for you, then just let us know. But there is a ton of stuff in here. So, for example, in this case, this one is social media income. How to optimize your Facebook Live traffic. So you kick that off, loads up the video.
Hi there and welcome back. In this module, we'll cover optimizing your Facebook Live traffic. By the end of the video tutorial, you'll learn the necessary steps and strategies to optimize your Facebook Live, getting massive traffic.
And of course, you can take a full screen if you want to take a full screen.
Best time and date to go live, and to get things running, proper planning is necessary. First is the preparation stage, where you generate ideas on what you plan to talk about during your live stream. Well, it's good to maintain
And that's it. So you can see, what we want you to do is we want you to focus in on those training programs that are specific to what you're doing. There's a lot of training in here, so we don't necessarily expect that you are going to go through every training program in here and become a de facto expert on every aspect of internet marketing, affiliate marketing, list building, and the list goes on. To be successful, you have to focus. You've got to decide what it is that you want for your business, what your goals are, and then you have to focus in. Don't get distracted by all the webinars that are out there, all programs that are seem to be endlessly released. Identify what you specifically need for your business. Get the training that is specific to that. Get the coaching that is specific to that, and build your business. That's how you're going to succeed. So with that, we'll stop this portion right here, and we'll move on with the webinar.
All right, so that gives you a little bit of a glimpse on the inside of what we're doing with the EverLesson platform. Now, to make it even better, what we've done is we've designed a face-to-face live training sequence that we're going to be providing. And the way we're going to do that is going to be a little bit different. So let's talk about that for a second. We're going to be using a technology called Zoom. A lot of you may already be familiar with it. If you're not, I'd recommend taking a look at it. There's a free version. You can talk for up to 40 minutes at a time with it, and you can host up to 50 people. Anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using that technology to host probably no more than 30 to 35 students at a session. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little more, depending on the interaction amongst the group and what the subject matter is. These are going to be live interactive sessions. We're going to expect you to log in, go video. Let's see each other. Let's talk to each other. Let's interact with each other. Let's not be a webinar where we're barking at you like what I'm doing right now and you're chatting or scrambling back to ask questions through the chat. No, this is going to be live and interactive. We're going to announce the topics in advance. They're going to be clear objectives in terms of what we're covering. We're going to be looking for your direct input because we want you to be able to maximize the value of what we're providing on a monthly basis. On occasion, we'll bring in guest instructors that can bring some additional value because I don't think that you're always going to want to hear necessarily directly from me or from Jeff. So if we are covering a particular subject matter, I mean, for example, if we're going to be talking about the nonprofit sector as an example, I might call up Jennifer and say, hey, Jennifer, come help. So it's going to be live and it's going to be interactive. Then we're going to have a private Facebook group, and that private Facebook group is going to be different also. Because what we're really focusing in on is the peer-to-peer collaboration, the peer-to-peer cooperation that we're seeking. And we're going to be fostering that within the group. And our coaching is going to be specifically around that to get you guys working together, collaborating, helping each other solve your problems within your businesses, potentially teaming up together if there are opportunities and it makes sense based on what your locales are or based on what the project is. We want this group to be, to really become a meaningful part of each other's businesses. So that's what's going to be about. Now, the one hard, fast rule that is going to, that we're going to demand is no spamming the group. This is not a group for you to join in and be selling to. This is a group for you to join in and collaborate with, and that's very different. So then let's talk about the Facebook Live coaching and why you should want to listen to us. Okay, but the first thing I want to get a sense of is who's out there. So, as with most of these webinars, I'm going to need you to interact with me a little bit because I want to know if you're into affiliate marketing, if you're into e-commerce, if you're into local business or the enterprise. If you can give me a sense of what you do, that'd be great. So if you can provide me that answer, that'd be awesome.
I see a bunch of ones, I see a bunch of threes, a bunch of twos.
All right. So yeah, I see a few threes here. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper because the other thing I want to get an understanding about is your guys' feelings about coaching or not coaching. So if you think you do better or people in general perform better if they have a coach versus operating on their own, give me a 1. If you think they operate better on their own, give me a 2.
Couple of 1s.
All right.
I think a couple of 2s. So.
All right, cool. So then let's talk about the other part of the experience because a lot of people have had coaching. So if there's anybody in here that spent, let's say, $1,000 or more on coaching, give me a 1. And if you've spent more than $10,000, I want you to give me 2.
I see a couple of 1s.
All right. How about, okay, how about,
I don't see any 2s.
No 2s. Okay, how about participating in more than one masterclass? Anybody participated in more than one masterclass? If you have, give me a 1.
Oh, see, down there you go now. Now you got a bunch of 1s coming up the board now.
All right, so we've got people that have had more than one masterclass. Now let me ask you this. Do you feel like it was successful? Give me a 1 if you feel like it was successful. Give me 2 if you think that you really didn't achieve what you were looking to achieve.
Hey, we didn't ask for any 3s. We asked for 1s or 2s.
All right, well, all right. But I do see some twos where, people have spent money, they've done more than one master class, and they really didn't achieve what they were looking to achieve.
Yeah.
That's not good. So let's talk one more thing. What qualifies a person as a master? What makes somebody a good coach, and what makes somebody a good mentor? Is there a difference? Well, from my perspective, there is, because a coach is somebody who is really task oriented. I mean, they can work with you for any period of time. It just gets defined, but they're very task oriented, versus a mentor that is relationship based. In the corporate world, oftentimes, in fact, my wife works for the Department of Energy, and in her world, one of the things they do is they have people that are senior executives at certain levels that can volunteer to be mentors. And then the new people coming in can apply for our mentoring program and then get hooked up with one of these senior executives. The way that's supposed to work is through the development of a relationship between the two. If a relationship doesn't develop, it doesn't really work, because that's really what it's about. So remember, coaching, task-oriented, mentoring, relationship-based. Now, the other thing, what about the backgrounds of these folks? How important is the number of years of experience that they have? At what level does that experience need to be? Do they have to be, former C-level execs, or is a midline manager experience for 30 years? Does that cover it? What about cross-functional experience? I mean, you're an entrepreneur. You're going to be running your business out of your home, and you're going to have to do everything. So how important is it to have a coach that has a broad spectrum of experience? Somebody that's worked in operations, somebody who's worked in product development, somebody who's worked in marketing, sales, and so on. And how important to you is it the amount of money they've earned? I mean, do you need somebody that was a multi-millionaire to be a good coach? I don't think so. What about the mix between entrepreneurial experience and corporate experience? You're an entrepreneur, so do you need somebody who's an entrepreneur to coach you? But you're selling, in many cases, you're selling into the business or corporate world, and so do you need somebody that's got that experience? And what about their educational background? I mean, you need people that have PhDs to be able to coach you. Well, I was at a conference not too long ago, and there was a gentleman that was presenting. A guy was a multi-millionaire by the time he was in his mid-20s. He had his ups and downs, but highly successful career, multi-millionaire today, does a lot of coaching, and pretty successfully from what I can tell. And he put up his first slide. His first slide said, essentially were his numbers. And I looked at that, and I looked at what he was describing as his numbers. And what it was the year and then what happened that was of significance that year in his life. So he was just putting up the numbers of the year of when something important happened and what it was. And I looked at that and I thought, well, that's pretty cool. I've never really taken the time to sit back and look at it that way. So I think I'm going to, of course, I was speaking at that same conference, and I thought, well, that's pretty cool. I'm going to let him know, but I'm going to put that same thing up. I want to take a look at what my numbers are. So, and I put up a slide saying something to the effect of numbers don't lie. And then I saw somebody else doing a live spot on Facebook talking about numbers don't lie. You know what? I started thinking about that, and you're right, numbers don't lie, but liars can use numbers, so you can't always trust the numbers. But with that said, I'm going to walk you through some scenarios. I have to comply with the FTC because I'm going to have to walk through some scenarios here. I'm going to be talking about some numbers. Hey, my results are not going to necessarily be your results. That's kind of the bottom line. What you get out of this is what you put into it. Nothing more, nothing less. So why should you listen to me? Well, I kind of boiled my numbers down to 3 periods of time. There was the first period of time when I learned all about partnerships. I had just come out of the Marine Corps. I was disabled, and I formed a company. And then I realized I really needed some help in areas where I didn't have experience. And I found a guy that
had been the CFO for a company called Sanyo Icon, and he was really looking to get out of corporate America. So we hooked up, and we proceeded to develop a pretty successful business. And in fact, we landed a huge job that really changed, my life, certainly. And this was a company called Top Pipe and Supply. We had to go in and replace their many mainframes with a Novell network and a Sanyo Icon disk array. It was just a massive giant box with lots of disk storage and very fast. The problem was we had to go in on a Friday night. We had to get everything done by Monday morning because they did an average of about $2 million a day in wholesale plumbing supplies. Don't think it'd be a good idea to have Monday morning roll around and them not be able to conduct business because we messed up. So needless to say, we went in that Friday night, but in order to do it, we had to bring in help. And he had a friend that had worked at Hughes Aerospace. He brought him in to help us out, and it worked great. We got in there Friday night. We got done by Monday morning. It was a huge success. The problem is that then over the next umpteen months, I slowly lost my business to two friends because my relationship wasn't anywhere near what theirs was. And I learned something about partnerships during that time period. Ultimately, it led to a sad period, I ended up going through a divorce and bankruptcy, and that led to the second epoch of my life. And the second epoch of my life was my corporate life. I rose very quickly in corporate America, did very well. I've closed literally hundreds of millions of dollars in business. This was a business where we were servicing the world's mining, agriculture, engineering survey markets. I mean, basically, if you drove anywhere in the world and you went by a construction site and you saw anything yellow, I probably had a hand in any of the software that was involved around that equipment. Pretty significant. In 2001, I ended up, it was late 2000, I ended up leaving that company I'd been with for such a long period of time, and I joined one of the largest public relations firms in the world that had another challenge, which I took on. And in a 1 year period of time, I think I circumnavigated the globe 4 times and visited something like 54, 55 countries. It was unbelievable. It was crazy. But I had to convince all of the directors and managers and owners of the different brands that that my way was the right way. And it was a real challenge. 9/11 happened. I went into the third epoch of my life because I went and became an entrepreneur. And lo and behold, 2002, the first year as an entrepreneur, I found out that I had won being named as one of the top 100 CIOs in the U.S. by Computer World because of that work. So my third epoch was all entrepreneurial work. I built a number of companies. I closed business with companies like Sony, Canon, Radio Frequency Systems, Alcatel, MCI. I mean, it was a who's who of corporate American companies and actually international companies. And I started a brick and mortar business up in Boston that I grew to $4.5 million in 3 years, had 23 employees. But then I went through something I don't think anybody should have to go through, which is basically I built this company up, and I was having a struggle with cash flow because of how fast I grew. Reached out to a friend. Basically, there was going to be an acquisition and a bunch of stuff was going to happen. Unfortunately, it turned out the investor, quote unquote, that was being involved was a crook. And long story short, I ended up losing my business. I lost about $1.5 million personally, and that was the end of that period. So then I launched a virtual company. We moved to the DC area. I launched a virtual company called Dataforce. We were developing software applications on the Salesforce platform. Had a couple that were up on App Exchange. One of the applications I built was an event management system that is in use by Canon. It was a pretty incredible system, and then lo and behold, another lesson. Salesforce comes along after doing business with them for 2 or 3 years. They come along and they say, knock, knock, you're using Dataforce. That's in conflict with our name, Salesforce. We want you to change everything. So they wanted me to change all my branding, all like the software, everything, anything that had a reference with the word force had to be changed. And I said, no, that's it. I'm done. So then in 2016, I launched Leatherneck, and that's where we're at today. So as you can see, I've had quite a brush of experience. But let's take a look at Jeff. Jeff is a lifelong entrepreneur, 7 years as an entrepreneur in internet marketing, affiliate marketing, e-commerce. He owns several e-com stores. He's been an affiliate marketer, video marketing, social media. The guy was a professional broadcaster in San Diego. He's launched and built and started his own sports talk show for 15 years. I like to look at him as a videographer, photographer, webographer par excellence. I mean, the guy's talented. So I guess what I'm communicating to you is that we've done a lot of things right. We've had a lot of amazing experiences that cover virtually everything that you could possibly come across as an entrepreneur, as a starting business. We've also gone through a lot of things that were wrong, but that also is important from a coaching perspective because we understand the challenges that you're going to be facing. Some of these challenges are challenges that are in your business. Some of them are challenges that you can't even control. They're outside of the business, but they sure have an impact on your business. But we understand them. So what we bring to the table and what we need you to help you to understand is to discover the power of being an expert and really what it takes to be an expert, because it's so much easier today to sell if you're perceived as an expert. And you need to really understand what your true value is. So you have to look inward and really do a self-assessment, an inventory, if you will. Now, me personally, I like to sell high-ticket stuff because I prefer selling one thing as opposed to 30 to get an equal value. For me, it's a lot easier. I also believe in the power of recurring revenue, and I think that's something you really need to look at your business. You can do this in almost any business. And on demand, it paid my overhead. In fact, in virtually every company I've had, it was my recurring revenue stream that kept me going. And every business has a business in a business. You need to understand what that is. And most importantly, you need to understand your why. Because if you don't have a why, you're not going to make it. That why is the reason you get up each and every day. That why is the reason that you do what you do. So you need to understand your why. And once you understand your why, then you need to get focused. Because if you don't have focus, you're going to be overwhelmed. Shiny object syndrome is going to rain down on you, and it is going to destroy your business and maybe other things. So you need to be absolutely laser focused on your business and what you're doing. We bring to the table a wide assortment of skills. Accounting skills, operation skills, business structures. I've been through mergers and acquisitions. I have, bought small companies. I've sold companies. I am an expert technologist in a lot of areas. I'm an expert in GPS technology. I'm an expert in GIS. I'm an expert in IT. I've held every C-level post in the Fortune 1000 with the exception of CMO, Chief Marketing Officer. I have 15 years of experience as an entrepreneur. Jeff has 15 years of experience as an entrepreneur. Actually, he has 30 because he had the first 15 as a sports talk show host that he built. Sold hundreds of millions of dollars in the enterprise. I'm a marketing engineering expert, and I've done over 25 commercial software products. I know how to make a product, and I know how to produce and get that product into the market. So let's take a review of the offering because, quite frankly, I don't know about you, Jeff, but every time I look at what we're doing here, I brush my brow, I shake my head, and I just think to myself, wow.
I know, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what that is. We're offering on what we consider, and I think you'll find, to be the premier membership platform on the market, Everlesson. We're offering unlimited access to what right now is over 30 training applications spanning everything from internet marketing, direct mail, SEO, web development. You can read it. We cover it all. We're averaging 4 new ones per month That's what that's what we're going to be targeting. 4 new per month. But it's not just the canned training, because we're targeting to build training specifically around your needs as a business person. And we're going to get that through face-to-face sessions with you that are live and interactive, not webinars. And we're going to be providing coaching almost on a daily basis through the Facebook Live group. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be fostering an environment for group collaboration where you can have get some amazing results, because now you've got an entire collective of business people that are going through a lot of the same struggles, and you can help each other. And particularly if you have professional coaching that helps you along. So that's the offering. And what's most amazing about it is the value proposition, because you're getting all of that for less than a cup of coffee and a piece of pastry per month. $9.99 per month.
Unbelievable.
Or a $499 one-time payment.
Wow.
And you get access to it all. Now, I will tell you, our price is going up. When's the first price change happen, Jeff?
Friday night at midnight.
Friday night at midnight, the price goes up to $14.99.
Right.
And then when's the next price change?
The following Friday night.
Okay, so the following Friday night, what's that price go up to?
That's going up to $19.99.
And that's our final price?
Yes, that's our final price.
All right, so right now you have an opportunity to get all of this value for $9.99, less than a cup of coffee and a piece of pastry, before it goes up to $14.99 on Friday and $19.99 the following Friday.
Correct.
All right. Now, I told you at the very beginning, if you stuck with us all the way through to the end, we had something really special for you, and we do. It's pretty crazy. Because on Sunday, I found out a piece of news. Now, our next release is going to be amazing, because our next release is a collaboration between our company, Leatherneck Tech, and a company called Phone Moat. The founder and owner is a great personal friend of mine. He used to run Bell Labs, brilliant guy. His wife was the senior vice president at AT&T in sales. Wonderful couple. They've done some amazing stuff in tech. And a company that you should know, Checkpoint Systems. Checkpoint Software Systems is actually the largest, or one of the largest, cybersecurity companies in the world. And we're coming out with a solution to a major, major problem. And that is the security on your mobile devices. We're coming out with a product called Guard Your Devices. And Guard Your Devices is a mobile security application that we've developed, that we are putting into the marketplace. We're going to be rolling it out in about probably 4 weeks or so. It is the only application. One of the things that happened, I don't know if you follow the news, but not too long ago, a bunch of stuff got out of the CIA. And one of the things that came out was something called the SS7 hack. If you don't know what that is, look it up, because you're exposed. Somebody has the SS7 hack, which is out in the public domain now. If they have that hack, they can control your phone, and you won't even know it. They can make phone calls. They can access all your data. They can do pretty much whatever they want. Now, through the installation of our Capsule app, ours is the only application in the world today that can actually protect you against the SS7 hack, as well as anything else that's out there. This thing is proactive. This thing is just an incredible combination of an app for your device and a SaaS system console that enables us to be able to monitor and respond and react and protect your environment. And if you are part of a corporation, you can actually get that SaaS application to be integrated into your total environment, operate with your what are called MDMs, mobile device management systems, and have just incredible security across your enterprise. You're going to get this for a 30-day free trial. We're not even going to ask for your credit card information. All we need is your basic information, phone, mobile phone, the number for the mobile device that we're going to be protecting, your email address, your full name and mailing address. That's all we need. You give us that, we'll give you the application for 30 days. You get to try it out. I'm telling you, once you have that on your phone, you will have security unlike anything you've ever seen. The best part about it, and this is how you know something's really working, is it's really unseen. You're just protected. So if we've touched on an area where you feel like we've gotten the message through to you, sign up, mytrainingcenters.com/main-offer. Come join us. Come take advantage of the full breadth of training that we are offering today. Make sure you join our private Facebook group because the collaboration is really something that's going to help your business quite a bit. Sign up for the Guard Your Devices free trial. And when you get through it all, drop me and Jeff a note, introduce yourself, and let's get this thing going. Now, I will tell you, I've heard from several people that have trouble with this URL. It has to be entered exactly the way you see it. The case is important. It has to be capital G, capital Y, capital D. Copy it and paste it. Jeff, let's put this in the chat window as well so they can just click on it. As a matter of fact, let me send that over to you if you don't already have it.
No, I don't have it. Send it to me, please.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me bring that up for you.
And I'm putting the sales page up there. The sales page the main offer there.
Okay.
For, mytrainingcenters.com/main offer is right there in the chat room for you guys. It's mytrainingcenters.com/main-offer. Those people listening on Facebook. Thank you, buddy.
All right. So just click on the link that he's putting in the window so you don't have any problems with this. But if you have any trouble, like I said, just drop us a note. We'll help you out. Okay, I will be activating all those on Friday, just so anybody that's listening knows. Once I get all these in, I'm going to sit down and get them all activated. So that will happen on Friday. All right. With that, Jeff, let's open it up, see if there's anybody that's got any questions. I'm going to bring this down. We'll come back over and join you live. And we'll just see if anybody's got any questions.
Let's do it this way. Hold on.
Looks like we're at the end of the first show for today, Jeff.